就之前见过小鱼人在比赛中，但就是那种很夸张吸了40层的小鱼，你发现团战里面他还是没用。这边NIgma也要想一想，这个猛犸到底要搭个什么样的核心？到底搬不搬进场 carry， 还是搬垃圾克搬先知？NIgma现在很纠结，先搬 PA 还是常规思路来考量？
先搬 PA。
PA， 那我觉得就 PA 剑圣。然后这边在搬掉飞机之后 ，LTW 外面的英雄露娜也没了。这个阵容讲道理应该不太可能圣堂刺客加 TB 吧
？TB 也被搬了。
哦，对 ，TB 已经被搬了。
他们自己搬的 TB。
之前我在记着 Animator 上面，NIgma是打过一盘圣堂配幽鬼。
Radiant team ban。
搬了大圣。我是比较担心的事情是 OG 的输出有点不够。
灵能之刃找角度弹死了。
说实话，我觉得这种剧情还是有可能发生，甚至他买了独角球，一锤以逆击来正面撸10连剑士也有机会。
Net worth. The player reconnected. They managed to salvage the game, the series, and now they're in game number 3. So just a lot of insanity all across the Western European qualifiers right now. And yeah, we're waiting for this game to get back underway. But so your idea with this Furion being able to take down the creeps, how does
scouts him, he doesn't go for it. They were so ready. They had 4 heals here, a stun skid up on line, and they wanted to get him.
That would have been really nice.
Slay together.
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Unbelievable we're seeing! What just happened? If you guys, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people watching who probably don't recognize some of these players. I mean, specifically like D&D and LeBron.
As long as you don't fight in.
Help. And I'm honestly curious about this lane, because it sounds like Peter thinks that this is very, very Lina favored and Miracle's gonna destroy Noob. I don't know if it's based on like player or just lane composition here. I think Snapfire does okay in this, and Noob is a pretty good left laner, so I wouldn't expect a stomping here. But it is curious that they choose to pick the Snap in this situation, right?
Yeah.
I think part of what guided them is the sense of we want a mid hero that kills Terrorblade, and Snapfire has magic damage in spades, and it's kind of like how to say, a wild card pick that NIgma probably aren't, first of all, not expecting and not very experienced against in mid.
Yeah, you can put it that way. I see the 50-50 there of the basically Noob now he hits level 2. I think the Snapfire has the better trading potential for spells, though Miracle he does have the advantage of having a higher attack range against the Snapfire. So yeah, it could be a 50-50 here in this mid lane though. How important is it though on reaching level 6? Because we talk a lot about when does the mid laner rotate to the other side lanes to go for kills, who leaves their tower open. What does it really tell us here?
Well, both heroes are good at rotating, but Lina requires more setup. She can't really create her own plays necessarily until she has one item like a Yule's or Boots of Travel to close the gap. Whereas Snapfire can basically rotate to either side lane here. It's great with tanking. It can cookie an Enchantress creep. It can cookie Ench herself or the Luna, who has an attack range that kind of naturally puts her in range. So honestly, I think Noob has probably the slightly better rotation potential towards this lane, whereas the Lina will probably only really want to connect with the Tusk lane, like that bottom side. Technically, Venge top, but that Venge stun is really not that good.
Yeah.
So
It's a bit iffy at the start, at least.
oh, big trades in mid.
Trying to get a bit of a battle here. Fairy Fire's already popped. It does get the bottle. Miracle's one arriving on the courier. It is. And you also have the water rinse popping, so it should be all right now after that little bit of a trade. They're testing the waters here.
Miracle is pulling slightly ahead currently, but I do still think this is. I'm not gonna say it's a 50-50 lane. I think it's probably like 55-45 or 60 for the Lina. But that's still, you know, that's good enough as a matchup if the Snapfire performs a particular role in the game. Sometimes you can pick a losing mid lane as long as it's not like an absolute stop fest. Your trade-off is worth it, and that's just that payoff I'm looking for. I've talked a lot about the Snap, but I feel like that's kind of the pick of this game. It's very special.
I agree.
It wasn't very special a couple of weeks ago, or sorry, a couple months ago rather. This was a lot more popular to run, but Snapfire's kind of disappeared almost in a lot of games.
Kind of paying attention to here is this top lane. We talk about Sand King being great against the Terrorblade and lane, but LTW is getting an all right start, getting the most important XP to get this lane rolling. Doesn't necessarily yet have to rotate all the way from this lane. I mean, obviously, we'd love to stay here for as long as possible until you're forced out in towards your triangle. So he's really enjoying his time here in this lane now.
Yeah, they're basically getting away with a Venge TV lane. Something that panel talked about. This lane is honestly notoriously really weak. When Terrorblade's Metamorphosis is down, you don't really offer anything in that lane. Venge is obviously a great partner once. That is every time there's downtime, the Sand King should be able to roll out. Venge stun. Good stun out there from Phonic, so he creates a distance immediately with Burrow Strike. But yeah, they haven't really managed with DNZ and Phonic to pressure LTW very much in the top lane. And actually, if DNZ is going for rotation because of this, looking at that mid lane, trying to connect on the 4-minute rune, but GH covering from the other side, and might even be the one to get the aggressive move in here.
Potentially, yeah.
Good cookie.
They have the cookie, though. At least they can get over the shards and get themselves back to safety, secure the other rune on the river. What I was kind of looking at was that during this tournament, Spider Pigs, even if they've won or lost the game, they've still come out strong in the laning stage. They've basically either won their lane statistically, mostly looking at money, but it doesn't necessarily convert to a win, because I'm kind of afraid, how does NIgma play their mid game, and especially when you all the way go to the end parts of this map. Coma has been averaging almost 800 GPM in the course of 3 series.
Yeah, I think the Luna will definitely be able to find good farm in a game like this, just because the inherent nature of NIgma's lineup is, in the beginning, is relatively slow, and then it very much ramps up toward the mid-late game. So I do think Luna will hold up, but the question is, like, if she holds up, is that good enough? If you have an even game on your hands, minute 20, are you satisfied as Spider Pigs? And I would not be with their drafts. They have put themselves, in my opinion, a little bit on the clock. But I think the Lina Terrorblade with Venge Aura just becomes overwhelming for a carry like Luna in the end game. Like, it's just too much high range damage potential. You even factor in the tag team as a possibility to make it even worse if she's accessible, and then it can be too much. So again, Spider Pigs, it's going okay in the lanes, but no kills. You did draft in particular for some lane dominance with Enchantress as well as the Grimster Sanking lane, but you haven't really managed to do that just yet. So maybe looking to perhaps connect 3 heroes on a play sometime soon. Ench could maybe try a smoke mid as well when Snap hits level 6, which has happened. But for now, they're very, very static and stable. Good damage on lane control bottom, though. The Golem is about to split.
They are going to try and get this kill on the Slardar. This could be the first one as well. There's another Shardling available, though. He's got more movement speed. Should be safe. Enchant runs out. At least a little bit of pressure to get the Slardar out momentarily. Though GH is already arriving here. Courier snipe potential here on the Ench Courier. A little bit of money coming their way right there.
Has been killed.
Looking for a turnaround, are they?
Where are you going?
GH chooses to engage into this. This could
That's funny though. They're also dropping very low in top. A lot of brawling now going around the map. GH snowballs back to safety, but Coma a little bit more for an elusive beam. However, not enough. Coma picks up first blood for the spider pigs.
looks a little bit like miscommunication between Mind Control and GH. Kind of rare to see, but GH was going in and Mind Control was like, nope, not interested in this, and stuck in a
They are trying to play a top though. Not gonna get the distance close on LTW there with the Invis Snapfire. Nice try with the Ink Swallow.
Yeah, they were aware this was coming. That defensive sentry ward seeing the Snapfire and nothing comes from it, but like the attempt, although this is costing them a decent amount of damage on the mid tower, GH actually already positioned here. Gonna miss the shards. I don't think the snowball will be enough.